Hello, everyone. It's Shelia. Welcome. I am so happy you stopped by. I decided to post an extra video this week because the new Lucky You event is really cute and it's worth talking about. This event will end on Monday, this Monday, March 17th, 2025 to be exact. So that means you only have a few days left to complete it. And a real quick side note before we get started, do you love this outfit? If you do, it is in the premium shop this week. You have to get it. It is absolutely adorable. And we got some other really great items as well. I'm going to give you a sneak peek up on the screen. But yes, check out the premium shop this week. All right, let's get back into it. The object of this event is to find 3 and 4 leaf clovers that will spawn periodically around the valley. As you can see, the ones in front of me are a little different. The clover on the left of your screen is a 3-leaf clover, and of course then the clover on the right is a 4-leaf clover. Once you've collected enough 3-leaf clovers, you can craft 4-leaf clovers, and once you have enough 4-leaf clovers, you can then craft a very special item which we will definitely talk about later. They both can be found in any biome in the main valley, and 3-leaf clovers can be found often, and unfortunately the 4-leaf clovers only spawn every so often and are very rare, which is the case in real life as well. How many of you have found 4-leaf clovers? I think I found one in my entire life. When they do spawn though, you only get like 1 or 2 per round, meaning a round around your valley when you either log in after about an hour and a half or wait that same amount of time to collect them while you play. With the 3-leaf clovers, you will find approximately 9 to 11. That is during your first round around the valley after logging into your game after not playing overnight or waiting a few hours to make that round again. According to the Disney Dreamlight Valley website, the 3-leaf clovers are supposed to spawn every 5 minutes, and then the 4-leaf clovers should spawn in about an hour and a half. I'm not sure if these times are exact, but I think it's pretty close, at least in my experience anyway. And I did do a bunch of testing on these, which is actually why I'm so late in putting this video out. They also tell us to expect to see green on March 17th when the odds of finding 4-leaf clovers increase. I don't know exactly what that means, but it looks like on Monday you're going to be able to find a lot more of those 4-leaf clovers. So one thing to keep in mind, a new clover doesn't spawn until you pick one up, which means if you leave your clovers alone and never pick them up, you will not get new clovers until you actually collect them. It's kind of like how wood works in the game. So don't let your 4-leaf clovers just sit and expect them to keep spawning because they will not. You should definitely check for your clovers about every hour and a half, like I mentioned before, just because that's when you're going to get your 4-leaf clovers. Now, some people have said that they've gotten them sooner than that, but that has not been my experience. But the one thing I am going to recommend before you head out into your valley to find these clovers is place an ancient vacuum in every biome near your well. That is, if you have the A Rift in Time expansion. The vacuum will make finding clovers so much easier. And you can't just use any vacuum, you have to use the advanced vacuum. Now you all know I love these ancient vacuums and all the ancient machines, and if you want to watch a video on how the ancient vacuum works, I'll leave a link to my video on that in the description. Just so you know, you do not have to collect the clovers through the vacuum, especially if you enjoy the challenge of finding a needle in a haystack. It's kind of what these are, especially if you have a busy valley like I do. You can just use that vacuum to see if there are any clovers in that biome. And then if when you check your vacuum and you don't see any clovers, you'll know that there aren't any in that biome and you can move on to the next one. This is such a time saver as well, since you only have a couple days left to get through this event. And if you can only make 1 or 2 vacuums, and you will need to have that upgraded advanced vacuum because the basic, which is level 1, and the regular level 2 will not collect these clovers. So again, if you can only make 1 or 2 vacuums, you can just move them around as you either use the wells or fast travel through your map. I'd make sure if you're in this situation that you save your vacuum as a favorite so you can get to it and place them easily. And whether you are lucky enough to have an advanced ancient vacuum in every biome or you have to move one around with you, the vacuum will make your life easier. And like I said before, it's going to make it so much easier if you have a busy valley like me. I literally can't find a darn thing on the ground in my valley because it is so full. And now that you know what you are looking for, how often they spawn, and different ways to find them, let's check out what we get once we collect enough clovers. We're going to start here in the event tab, where they've added a new tab for the Lucky You event, and I think this is pretty awesome that they added this small event here. You can see there are 2 not so mysterious rewards shown here, and they are obviously a short sleeve shirt and what looks like a pot of gold. Of course, they also give us a little blurb about the event, which we've pretty much already covered, and then if you click click on duties, you will now see that we need to collect 7 of something to get our mystery reward. And you can also see this duty under Dreamlight Duties and go down to the village tab, like where you would normally go to see all the little extra duties when we have these little events. If we go back and take a look at our crafting station, this is where we can convert 3-leaf clovers into 4-leaf clovers and make the new end of the rainbow cauldron. And this recipe doesn't seem difficult on the surface, but because the 4-leaf clovers take what seems forever to spawn, this one isn't going to be easy. They only gave us 7 days to do this, and if you haven't collected enough yet at the time of this video, it is going to take a lot of grinding to get them, and you are definitely going to want this item, especially after I show you what we can do with it. You can convert 3-leaf clovers into 4-leaf clovers, but here's my issue with this. My issue isn't that we need 10 3-leaf clovers to make them, because the 3-leaf clovers aren't that hard to get. But why is such a small event making us use 500 Dreamlight per one 4-leaf clover? Ugh! If you haven't collected enough 4-leaf clovers by now, you might have to end up spending 500 Dreamlight for each one or grind for these really hard. If you come up short and you need all 10 4-leaf clovers to make the end of the rainbow cauldron, because you definitely need that, and you have to spend 500 Dreamlight each, you're going to end up spending 5,000 Dreamlight to get it. Now, it is doable, but that would definitely be tough. The only light at the end of the tunnel is that if you make or collect 7 4-leaf clovers, you will finally unlock that mystery reward. So we will unlock the new clover shirt. That's what I'm calling it. It's got clovers all over it after collecting 7 of the 4-leaf clovers. And if you get the shirt, that means you're only 3 more away from crafting that rainbow cauldron. All right. So that's kind of your light at the end of the tunnel if you've already gotten that far. If you haven't been collecting, don't fret. This event is on until Monday, so you can definitely make at least 1 cauldron. I'm going to keep at it and try to make at least 2. If I can make a 3rd one, I will be ecstatic. I'm hoping this event comes back around next year, but we can never be too sure if it will. Fingers crossed that it's a yearly event, because if I can stash more clovers away, I'm going to. Besides, having extra clovers with those sparkles will be really cute in Dream Snaps. Let me show you how cute this cauldron is, and there is also a little glitch. I think it's a glitch, but I'm not positive. You'll see when it hits the water, especially up here on the floating island. If you place this just right, you can make it look like the rainbow starts right at the water's edge and then goes into the clouds, like right where the water hits the sky. And then when it does go into the cloud doesn't quite look like the others, but it's still pretty cool that we can set it up this way. The only thing you need to do now, if you were setting this up this way for a Dream Snap, is come up with something to like hide the actual pot of gold or the cauldron itself. You could use bushes, shrubs, or any item that fits your theme to hide it. And you're probably going to want to hide it somehow, since that rainbow that hits land that comes right out of the cauldron will still show, and then there will be a clear view of where it cuts off at the water. So yeah, play around with this possible glitch and see what you can create with it. I actually hope it's not a glitch. I want it to not be a glitch, but if it is, it's pretty cool what we can do with it once, you know, we get it up there with the water and hide it. I'm sure it's going to be beautiful in Dream Snaps. Let me know if you've already noticed that with the rainbow, that it actually cuts through, like from land to water to the sky. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember to always be kind. Until next time, bye!